Hi, I'm Abe and this is Kate, and we're part of Janelle and Ollie's Gospel Community Group.
I think the thing that I find hardest about hospitality is feeling like I've got to get it right and do a good enough job. And I think putting the emphasis really on that presentation, the house has to be clean, and I've got to schedule it at a time when the toddler's asleep or not going to be tired so they don't take up my attention. I've got to be preparing the food that the guests will like. But really, I think the biblical perspective of hospitality is really not about that at all. It's about inviting God to be present when your guests are here and caring for them, listening to them, finding out their needs and sharing your life with them. So, if the food's not quite ready and the house is messy and the child is crying, that actually is real life and that's okay. God is all right with that. So I'm really just trying to grow in the trying not to have it perfect, and being more real with the guests that come to our place. So as I mentioned, we've been connecting with some of our local families through playdates, and just one story that I really wanted to share with you all is 2 doors down, we've got some new neighbours with some little toddlers. So I took our toddler Theo a week ago to knock on their door because we hadn't said hello, and I was amazed at how God used that very simple act of just knocking on the door. We prayed before that God would use it as He wished, and the dad answered. He was extremely open, much more than I expected. I just said, "Look, hi, I'm Kate. We live 2 doors down. This is my son. I've seen you around. We'd love to have you for a play date if you want to come over. Here's my number, let me know." And he explained that they'd had a loss in their family, that he just got back from overseas. He had to bring his mum back with him for the grieving period. That had all been very traumatic for their family. He shared about his faith. We offered to pray for him. And I walked away just blown away by how God would enable such a conversation, such an in-depth conversation and a fruitful conversation, really, with a total stranger. So we're hoping that we can host them. And it was just, it was an answer to prayer, and it was just so encouraging. It reminded me the harvest is ready, but the workers are few, and we are the workers. And I think sometimes we're a little bit hesitant or fearful about stepping into that role, but really, the fruit that God has prepared is so worth it and so amazing. And there are needs behind the doors in our street, and the doors in our neighbourhood that we'll never discover unless we take the initiative. So it was just super encouraging.
In terms of prayer points, we'd love prayer that, in our workplace that, we've given boldness and courage to, have step out and ask those around us that we chat with to come over, instead of assuming that they're too busy or not interested. That we just ask and allow God to do the work in that. And pray that through those invitations and if they do come over, that we can just build that relationship with our work colleagues.